Retailing, traditional retailing and e-retailing. E means always it stands for electronic retailing. To safeguard, to record, to track all these transactions, we have a thing called that is security, or else we can call it as cyber security. If you give more security, if you are spending more for that, the issue, it is nothing but your financial issues. A warm welcome to one and all. This is your Adarsh sir here, lecturer in Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. Now we are discussing topic called e-commerce. E-commerce also we call it as electronic commerce. Now, so e-commerce usually we know that any trade activities, buying and selling activities happens over the internet. Any commercial activities happens over the internet. We call it as e-commerce. Usually we have B2B, B2C, C2C, B2B. All these concepts we will understand and we will learn in detail. What are e-commerce? What are the types of e-commerce? What are the advantages as well as limitations of e-commerce? So these are the things we are supposed to learn in this particular topic. So these are the learning outcome we get from the topic called e-commerce. One of the easiest topic, and right now everybody are aware of this e-commerce because the day-to-day activity, the 90% of your schedule is through mobile, through computer, through laptop, electronically. If you want to transfer money, you will do electronically. If you want to order food, you'll take your mobile, go with Zomato or Swiggy, you will order your food. And if you want to buy something, instead of going to some shop or something, just you will check, is it available in the online? The price will be cheaper than going to shop. The only disadvantage is you need to wait and you cannot see it physically. That is the only drawback of e-commerce. But small items which are cheaper and less in price, it is always advisable to go with e-commerce. Now, comprehend the concept of e-commerce. You will understand what is e-commerce. Understand the e-retailing benefit and key success factor. The more than 30% of the youngster, they are looking for e-commerce kind of business. Now, analyze the benefit of EDI. I'll explain you what is EDI. To understand cyber security, so whatever we do online, we need safety. We need somebody to safeguard. That is called cyber security. Know the issues in e-commerce. Hope you are clear. So you will understand e-commerce. You will understand the benefit and success and electronic data interchange. So this you will learn, and security as well as the finally you will understand the issues in e-commerce. Now, the first topic of module 1, we call it as e-commerce and its technological aspect. You will learn overview, development and information technology. We call it as IT. And the scope of e-commerce. These are the questions you are supposed to get for 10 as well as 15. Then, so electronic data, electronic market, electronic data interchange, as I told you, EDI. This stands for electronic data interchange. Then, internet commerce, benefits and limitation. These are the compulsory 15-mark question in your examination. They will ask you, what do you mean by e-commerce, scope of e-commerce and advantage as well as disadvantages of e-commerce. Then, generic framework, e-commerce architecture or a framework of electronic commerce, web-based e-commerce architectures. These are the topics you are supposed to learn in e-commerce. In the whole these things, you will get one will be what is e-commerce and its scope. And the second one, advantages and limitations of e-commerce and architectures of e-commerce and all about your EDI. This is all about your unit number 1. Second one, consumer-oriented e-commerce. Yes, obviously it is correct actually. It is not only the retailer or seller it is benefited, even consumer also more benefited than seller, because for sellers, there are so many competitions are there. If you go with Amazon, there is one more called as your Myntra. So you can go with Amazon also, you can go with Myntra also. So these kind of competition. If you want to order food with Zomato, there is a competitor Swiggy. So more than the seller, more than the giver, it is more advantageous for consumers. Retailing, traditional retailing and e-retailing. E means always it stands for electronic retailing. Benefits of e-retailing, key success factor, models, features, categories, all these things comes under your unit number 2. There are few concepts are there that we will learn while doing that particular topic. Your unit number 3, electronic and data interchange. So in the beginning only I told you EDI. There is a separate unit for EDI. We'll go in detail. What do you mean by electronic data interchange? So we will learn in detail while doing that particular topic. So security in commerce, threats in computer system. So wherever you go, for example, Prime Minister is coming to Mysuru, Prime Minister is coming to Karnataka, what happens? They are spending crores together for security. It is very simple. We have to safeguard our Prime Minister. Similarly, for your mobile, if you buy a 20,000 rupees mobile, first thing what you will do, you will ask for the cover, back pouch. You will ask for the front, Gorilla Glass, or else you will go with the something which are scratch proof. If he fell down also, if it fall down also, it should not get broken. It should not be get damaged. All these things, if you go from one place to another place, first you will wear your helmet. If you are driving, you will wear your seat belt. All these things we call it as safety measure. The same thing if you do online transaction, because it is in terms of money. To safeguard, to record, to track all this transaction, we have a thing called that is security, or else we can call it as cyber security. This concept you will learn while doing this particular topic. So the last one, issues in e-commerce. If you give complete security, still if you feel that there is no issues, yeah, obviously there will be issues. Expensive. If you give more security, if you are spending more for that, the issue, it is nothing but your financial issues. And still there are experts out there, they can hack your system, they can hack your account. There are many people, they have already done, they have hacked your, once if they get OTP, it is more than sufficient, they can take all your money from your bank account. They don't need anything, just your PAN number as well as your OTP. So usually in a week minimum you will get one call from a stranger, an unknown person, asking that you want some prize. Your prize amount will be some million, billion or some crores together. By listening to those numbers, you will be what? You will wonder that, oh, I want 1 crore. If I want to earn that 1 crore, I need to wait for almost 15 years, 20 years to earn that money. So what you will do? Oh, what they are asking only my PAN card. You will send the PAN card. Then what they will ask? Your Aadhaar card. You will send your Aadhaar card. And they will say that you are in the last step. If you give your OTP, you will get 1 crore in 5 minutes. You will send your bank detail and finally you will share your OTP also. You will not get 1 crore. Whatever the small money you have saved in your account, that they will encash. That they will take. Later, once cash is gone means if you call back them, there is no response. If you track their bank account, there is no response. You cannot trace them. That kind of hackers are there. For that reason, even though you have lots of security option, still there is a chances of issues in e-commerce, technical issues, internet, server issues, financial issues, safeguard, all these things we will learn while doing this particular topic. So these are the marks pattern. As you know that 30 marks we are allotting for your internal assessment. That will be your 3 internal assessments will be there. Out of 3, I recommend please go for all 3, and 2 will be your compulsory and 3 will be optional for you. Out of 3, I always suggest go for 3. If not possible due to some unavoidable circumstances, you can go with any 2 at least. So the 60 marks will be considered as your examination paper. 60 will be your exam and 30 will be your internals. The remaining 10 will be considered for your attendance, your record. All these will be considered for your 10 marks. So these are the minimum passing percentage. As you know that 21 out of 60 is compulsory to get cleared from this particular subject. Not only 21, one more condition is there, your total must be 40, including your internal assessment. Assume that your internal assessment is 0, you scored 40 out of 60, still you pass. Assume that out of 60 you scored 0, your internal assessment is 40, still you fail. The reason is, the first condition, you should have minimum 21 in this particular paper. So before I say thank you, I'll go back to all the previous slides so that if you want to take any screenshot or if you want to write down any important topics, you can write down. And books for reference you will not get for this particular paper because it is a new subject. Whatever Vidhyaashram is providing, that is more than sufficient to score out of out in your examination. I'll go back to all the previous slides so that you can take screenshot. This is your unit number 1, unit 2, unit 3, 4, 5. So this is all about your today's session. Just I briefed you about what is e-commerce and what are the topics we are going to cover in the upcoming classes. Please watch all the videos so that you will get expert in this particular topic, and always aim for 100 of 100 so that your marks records will be good. Thank you.